Good morning. Not on the trail today. Not running. I'm taking a day off just to kind of recover from this week. Had kind of a rough week, but training's going good. It's more of a mental health day. But I did want to share a couple things. First off, it's 2 weeks until the big race day. I just got the email from the race director yesterday with some last minute updates and just a heads up to everybody that it's coming up. So that's exciting. First toy is, I always talk about lessons learned, and a lesson I learned in the Daytona 100 was how irritating it can be whenever you have clunky items that you're hanging on to, and one of them that I struggled with was a red tail light whenever I was running at night, and also my reflective vest. So instead of trying to deal with some clunky little red light that's made for my bike, I got this guy. So I still have my 360 degree reflective material that we have to have, but this one has, let's see, built-in lights, so I don't have to deal with carrying something and clipping a light onto my pack. So that's pretty cool. And then these just came in yesterday. I got some trekking poles that'll help me in a couple ways. Take a little bit of a load off of my feet and my legs, just to have something to hang on to and to lean on a little bit. Also, I'm gonna be running in the forest in the middle of the night, so if any animals come up to me and make it past the bear mace that I'm gonna have, I'll give myself a fighting chance. I might get eaten, but if something eats me, it's gonna earn it. So those are my new toys. I still do have to get some bear mace. That is a real thing. That's a real concern running through the forest. It's not a foolproof protective measure, but it, you know, if worst case scenario, an animal comes up, I can kind of scare it away, and you know, it's a non-lethal thing. I don't want to hurt any animals, but I don't want to get hurt either. So cool stuff out of the way. Now we're getting to the meat and potatoes of what I wanted to talk about today, is goal setting and how I set my goals and how I like to visualize it. Focus. This chart right here is something I set up to visualize where I'm gonna be, how long it's gonna take me. What's really important for goal setting is being realistic and knowing yourself, knowing what you're capable of, not just pulling a number out of thin air, but actually having a good idea of what you can do. And what I've got is this chart that I put in a jogging pace and a walking pace. A decent jogging pace on race day is going to be about 12 minutes per mile, and a realistic walking pace is 18 minutes a mile. That's not too slow where I'm just being really casual, but it's not too aggressive to where I'll have to power walk. It's just a nice recovery walk. And what I have is this elapsed time column where I can pick how I want to pace. The first mile if I want to jog, and then second mile I want to walk, and I can alternate back and forth. What it does is it calculates how long it'll be an elapsed time and I've got that also converted to the time of day. And I'll show you why I have that time of day and elapsed time in a minute. But this is just kind of my idea for how I want to pace myself for the whole 116 miles. And that puts me at a total elapsed time of 29 hours, which is coincidentally faster than I completed the Daytona 100. So by going slower and pacing myself better, I'll actually have a faster finish time, even though I'm going an additional 106 or an additional 16 miles. So if all goes well, I can slow down to go faster, and I'm really excited about that. And this time of day column is going to help me with this. This is the calendar chart that I made, and I'm gonna make a more user-friendly version and post it in the group. I've got a description and an address for all of my checkpoint aid stops that I'm gonna have my road crew there. Quick shout out to Olivia and Tony and their Shuggy Shack. They're really extending themselves for me in this race, and I'm really appreciative of it. So they're going to be waiting at these stops for me. And that previous page where I have the times, that helps me figure out what time of day I'm going to be at each of these checkpoints. So it helps me be more organized and, like I said earlier, really visualize my goal. And that's really important to me, to not just have those numbers, but to actually put them to use. So I'm kind of rambling a little bit, but you know, I like spreadsheets, and I'm really excited about this. So this will show you where I plan to be at all these different times. And another goal spreadsheet that I have is this one. This is my body weight. I've been actually tracking this since the beginning of 2017. And what I did for this race is I wanted to have this goal of 150 pound body weight. And it's not just a number that I'm picking out. It's not a superficial thing, but body weight is very important when you're on your feet for this long. Every bit of weight that you carry is a little bit extra work that your body has to go through. So I made that goal, and this column, these are all the weights that I should be if I wanted to stay on track, which you can see I was on the struggle bus a little bit, and I'm not quite there. But just because I'm not where I should be doesn't mean I'm gonna give up. I'm still gonna stick with it. And you can see I set it up to where it's green if I lose weight. So you can see a good trend the last few days. So I am on track to being at a lighter body weight, even though it probably won't be this 150. I'm still happy with the way things are going. So that's all I have for now. I just wanted to give everybody an idea of how I set my goals, and maybe that'll help you if you have a little trouble with setting goals yourself. Focus. So I hope everybody has a good day. Enjoy this weather, and I'll keep checking in. And yes, I will make that more user-friendly version and post it in the group to show you where I'm going to be, because I know there was a few people that wanted to know where I'm going to be whenever I'm coming through Ocala. If you want to run with me, if you want to just find a spot and say hi when I go by, Anything's really appreciated. And just a reminder, if you do plan on coming out, please wear a mask. And if you don't wear a mask, please social distance, and we can keep some air between us if you're gonna run with me. And otherwise, I'm really excited, and thank you again for your support, and I hope to see you soon.